to be competent, to show some form of qualifications, he continues to play the game of cronyism. It is time to really wake up. Moving on, I think the next area I saw was the gun violence. On a day-to-day basis, we have violence permeating our city. Certainly gang proliferation has never left Trenton, so it's running rampant. Last week, I lost a 19-year-old whom I taught personally. Over the weekend, we had 3 shootings, seriously. And again, there was no press conference. There was no safety plan put in play. There was no addressing of the issue. There was no addressing of the community. There was no addressing of the situation, which clearly mandates the word crisis. But we did have a press conference to explain about a pictorial wall of past and present mayors. The word for today is priority. And without you understanding how to govern and establish and deal with priorities, we, Mr. Mayor, have decided with the recall process that you're going to become a part of our past so we can begin to correct our now and move logically towards our future. We shouldn't be surprised, though. When Irene came through for the whole weekend, who didn't you see? So again, when crises occur, and we need management and a stabilization of our leaders to step up front and disseminate information and to make sure people are in safe places and deal with evacuation and things that leaders do. You saw governors, you saw the mayor over in Philadelphia, up front, leading by example. It's what you do. But here, our mayor had a press conference on Sunday after the storm. I thought a woman said it best at the press conference. There's no need to bring water now. The fire's out. Lastly, I think in regards to our 108 police officers who were sadly laid off, there was no press conference to address this issue. And even when the mayor spoke and gave a letter, I will say it because it needs to be said, it was inappropriate. His letter had a harsh tone to it, and it gave his personal experience with layoffs. Officers who put their lives on the line daily to protect and serve Trentonians sincerely don't need to hear about your past mishaps. They need to hear about what is the plan of action. How are we moving forward? What can we do to correct the situation with gun violence in our cities in a tragic struggle with trying to just have stability and safety and public health issues? Clearly, our mayor, again, is detached from order. Lastly, I think the most offensive thing to me was, and I will say it again, Police Chief Ernie Williams' funeral. In being a mayor, I see it, envision it as being an ambassador. You have to be diplomatic. It is called internal fortitude. At some point in time, you have to see where you're sitting is bigger than you. And you have to put your personal indifferences behind yourself and move forward with what's best for the people. The mayor's excuse this time, a baseball game. There will be thousands of baseball games. There was one opportunity to salute and give a farewell to the first black police director in the city of Trenton. Again, when you don't know how to be honored, don't know what honor is, you can't move and be honorable. So again, we're at a difficult juncture, and the recall is about us taking control of our situation, about us as Trentonians coming off the sideline. I've heard all kind of foolishness. We don't do recalls. When did your situation mandate you need to do one? It does now. With inspections being almost down to one person apiece in the roster, with a city that's in a clear and desperate strait trying to bring stability, with officers leaving out of here, 108, with businesses deciding to leave out based off of the inability to be safe and the high tax rate, with constituents deciding that they no longer can deal with the city that they love but can't afford to live in. We need to understand this recall is the only method that will allow us to get back to stability, gain credibility, and move our city forward collectively. It's time for Trentonians to step up and make this city better. Thank you.